What's happening, Cucumber Squad? Right, man, Skillet, out of hell, man. I apologize, this was a little bit late. Yeah, it's just been a bit late. I've just been a bit on YouTube at the moment. So, I'm back. Sometimes I just need to just like sort of take a bit of a break. And just sort of clear my mind till I sort of get like back on camera. Because sometimes it's just, you get to one of those points and it's natural. It just happens. It happens every now and again. I mean, where you just need to step away from all the screens and all the, that type of vibe. So, anyway, man, let's get into it, man. So, Skillet, out of hell, man. Been requested. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. As you know, I love this band. Let's go. Yes, they're really coming in hard over here, bro. Hard. Okay, let's go.
Push around, beaten down. Got nothing left to lose. All hope is gone. Got buried deep underground.
Okay, so basically he's already saying hard times, right? I've been pushed down in the dirt. I mean? I've got nothing left to lose. Now, the thing is that you got to be careful. There's a lot of people saying, like, I've got nothing left to lose. Now, when you're dealing with a man that's got nothing left to lose, like a man who's desperate, he's got nothing left to lose. And he's got everything to gain, because whatever he does next is going to be a win, right? So there's so much motivation there as well with regards to if you are down in the dumps and you can't go any further, right? When you're really, really deep down in the mud and you can't go any further down, you've hit rock bottom. The only way is up. That's it. The only way is up. So your win's coming. Your wins are coming, right? It's just in terms of perspective and how you see it, right? So it's good to be cognizant. It's good to be aware of where you are at a particular stage and that you are in those type of moments. But when you hit that rock bottom, it's time to introspect and be like, it's time for my rise now. You know what I mean? Because you've learned a lot of lessons. You can take those failures, right? And then work on those failures. Like I say, you don't succeed, you always fail better. Because you'll be failing you'll always fail. You'll fail until the day you die, but you're failing better. You're forever failing better. So I'm a big believer of that success comes from failing better, which I think is awesome. Let's go.
Can you say that? Can you hear?
Track is fire. Can you hear me? Basically, I'm trying to save myself, but I kind of feel like it's a Christian band, right? So I kind of feel like they're screaming up to God. When you've already hit that moment of despair, you kind of look up and be like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you take me out of hell, man? Like I've had enough. I need to look up and I need to see some light, essentially. And I've got a theory about that, because I kind of feel that a lot of people, and like I say, with regards to religion, whatever religion you believe in is the best religion in the world. I believe that whatever you believe in is the best religion in the world, right? As long as it's not pressed onto somebody else. And I'm a big believer of looking forward as opposed to looking up, because I think there's a huge misconception of consistently looking up, like God needs to change this for me. No, everything that you need for yourself, every single thing that you need to change for yourself is at eye level. All the people you need to help you are at eye level. All the opportunities that will take you out of that mess is at eye level. And not to discount religion. You can believe that there will be a higher being that is going to try and assist you and whatever else. But too often people sort of conflate the two, where they'll sit there and be like, man, I'm waiting for a miracle from God. Nothing is going to drop from the sky for you. You know what I mean? You need to change that. Your miracle comes from your willpower, right? You change your own destiny. That's how God helps you, by you pushing your own drive. You get out of situations yourself. God is not going to push you out of that. So no one's going to come down and push you out of that situation. So my personal opinion is that trust and believe that there is a God there, but keep your eyes at eye level. Eye level. Look at the people that can help you on the ground. Look at the opportunities that are ahead of you, in front of you. No opportunities are falling from the sky. Believe me, no opportunities are falling from the sky. So that over that sort of underlying, that veil of religion and faith is great. Have that at the back of your mind, right? But don't consistently look up and hope for a miracle where everything that's going to help you is within your pathway. It's at your eye level. That's my personal belief. Take it or leave it. That's just what I believe in. I don't mind what your belief is. Let's go. Be a big problem where you say I can't trust anybody, because I'll tell you there's a few people you can't trust, sure, but not everybody is untrustable, essentially. So I kind of feel what actually happens to certain people is people will have their trust broken. They'll have their knives put in their back, and then what happens is they put their guard up and they say, what the fucking, I've been backstabbed, my heart's been broken before, I can't trust anyone, so I'm putting this guard up, right? And you know what actually happens with that is that you now shield yourself from anyone that's actually genuine. Anybody that will bring joy to your life, you're going to miss out on that because, you're keeping everybody at arm's length because you've been hurt before by other people. So you need to understand the people in your life that have trust, that haven't trust, that you've entrusted and they've broken your trust. You need to understand how to, yes, cut them out of your life. It's literally like taking out a tumor. Just cut them out of your life, discard them, and keep moving on, right? But you can't now sit there and say, can I trust this guy? He looks like a nice guy, but can I trust him? And then, I don't know, can I trust? Because this guy was like this, you know what I mean? And I'm not sure, like, if that guy could do it, maybe. If you keep doing that, right, great opportunities are gonna pass you by. Like beautiful relationships that could have been relationships are going to pass you by. You know what I mean? Pain is part of life. You need to understand, you need to be able to deal with that. You are always going to get hurt in one way or another. Isolate that, deal with that, and deal with it properly. Be vulnerable about it. Break open and then leave it behind you and move forward. You can never shield yourself from pain. But if you try and shield yourself from pain to the extent that you're holding everybody at arm's length, you miss out on beauty. Because at the end of the day, the only way you expect you get beauty in your life, and the only way you get opportunities in your life is to take those risks. If you're not taking those risks, you're not getting any rewards from it either. So it's important to remain open to people, right, while discarding those that have hurt you. But don't let somebody else cut you and then you bleed on someone else, right? That is just not going to help you, and it's not going to help another person who would have been genuine, but you didn't know that because you assumed that they weren't. You know what I mean? So if somebody cuts you, that's fine. Heal that wound so that you can move on. But don't take that wound and bleed onto somebody else who you don't know if they would have added something beautiful to your life or not. Anyway, I'm going too far here. Okay, let's go.
I've been stabbed in the back, the bleeding won't stop. Just another cut in the dark.
Hey.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me screaming for you? I'm afraid I'm gonna die down here. I can't see that.
This chorus is fucking fire. Fire, fire, fire. I really need to stop swearing. This chorus is fire, man. I love this chorus. Even the instrumentation, and with like the conviction that he's singing it, fire.
afraid I'm gonna die down here. I can't save myself. Get me out of hell. I'm suffocating, waiting for you. 'Cause the angels don't fly down here. I need you because no one else can get me out of hell.
I must be honest, I've got a whole different appreciation for music like this, for rock music like this, because it was never my genre. As you guys know, my genre was always the rap genre. You know, I always loved the poetry, the wordplay, the bars, the double entendres. I was very much into like the playfulness of the English language. But I didn't really take into account the actual, like, the meanings and the interpretations and everything that we actually had in rock music. You know, I found like rock music was just a little bit too heavy for me. But once I started really diving into rock music, I started realizing, geez, I've got a whole different appreciation for this genre. Like, completely got a different appreciation for this genre. Because you really need to like just dig deep. It's not just about heavy instrumentation. And then all of a sudden, the instrumentation starts to make sense. Do you know what I mean? So like over here, like the instrumentation's hectic, it's high frequency, it's chaotic. I've said this 1,000 times with regards to songs like this. But that's what he's talking about. He feels like he's in that space where everything is just, it's just, he can't trust anyone, and it feels very just overwhelming. And the instrumentation sounds overwhelming. So I kind of feel like it's just really well conceptualized. And it was something I never really had an appreciation for until I actually started the Reaction channel. You know, I've always liked looking into music pretty deeply, but rock was never the music that I would look into deeply. You know what I mean? And ever since I started doing that, man, rock music has been flipping crazy awesome. See, he's definitely talking to God, and I kind of feel like he's referring, when he's saying I'm going to die down here, he is mentioning hell, but he's saying it's hell on earth. It's like, I'm going to die down here, I'm going to die, earth is my hell, essentially. That's what he's basically saying.
I can't save myself. Get me out of hell. I'm suffocating, waiting for you. 'Cause the angels don't fly down here. I need you because no one else can get me out of hell. Can you hear me? Can you save me? I can feel you. Get me out of hell. Can you hear me?
This is next to Anchor. This is my favorite one. So this song and Anchor are now my two favorites. Anchor will always be my favorite, but this over here is alongside Anchor. I love this song. This song is fire, bro. Like, it's just like, it gives me goosebumps, man.
Get me out of hell. Can you hear me screaming for you? I'm afraid I'm gonna die down here. I need you because no one else can get me out of hell.
Fire. I knew there was something left. Yeah, no, that was crazy. Like I said, this is one of my favorites. I absolutely love this song. And like, pretty easy song to interpret, but I just thought I had to add my little elements, because songs like this always get me sort of thinking, you know. And at times, like, I understand where the lyrics are going because they're trying to be like relatable, but I also sometimes feel like they're too cliche, like you're not looking into them a little bit deeper, essentially. So I like to sort of expand on that and give the positive spin, because, you know, I'm all about just staying positive. I always believe about, you know, it doesn't matter what actually happens in your life, the next day the sun will shine consistently, right? When that sun stops shining, you can stop, you know, having hope. But that ain't gonna happen for millions of years, and specifically not in your lifetime. So if the sun shines the next day, there's a new light the next day for you, right? And I'm all about that. So I just wanted to sort of give a little slightly different spin on a bit of a negative sort of like interpretation, you know. So anyway, I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one.